Hey guys, welcome to another DIY home gymnastics tutorial. My name is Chris Olson. I've been a gymnastics coach in Aspen, Colorado for the past 10 years. Today we're going to learn how to do a handstand in 7 steps that will take you from being even an absolute beginner to knowing how to do a proper gymnastics-worthy handstand. Before we start, as always, I just want to remind you guys that I'm making a full online gymnastics course for levels 1, 2, and 3, boys and girls. Covers all events like beam, floor, trampoline, bars, etc. And the website I made for that is diy-gymnastics.com. I'll go over that more in detail at the end of the video, but for now, let's get to the handstands. Okay, step 1 is our starting position, and this is called a lunge. So start from just standing still with your feet together, and then step forward with whichever foot feels more comfortable. You want your legs to be about a medium width apart at this point, and the front leg should be bent, and the back leg should be straight. And they should also be about shoulder width apart from each other. Once your feet are good to go, you also want your arms to be straight up in the air next to your ears, elbows straight. All right, step 2 is what we call a needle kick, or a slight variation of it. From your lunge, lean forward and put your hands on the ground at the same time, about a foot away from your front foot. Fingers should be pointing forwards. At the same time this is happening, your back leg, which should remain straight, kicks up in the air. Then return to the lunge. All right, step 3 is what we call a half kick handstand, and we're gonna do this up against a wall. So find an open wall where you're not gonna cause any damage and make a lunge facing that wall. You're gonna do a needle kick right up against the wall, hands a few inches away, but this time your back leg is gonna kick up harder so that your front leg comes off the ground too. Your goal is for the back leg, still straight, to touch the wall behind you. Legs are still split apart in that lunge position, but up in the air. Then, as always, return back down to a lunge. All right, step 4 is what we call a full kick handstand, still using the wall. So it's the same as step 3, but instead of your legs staying apart once you've kicked up, once your back leg gets up to the wall, your front leg should snap up and quickly join it. At this point, both legs should be straight together and touching the wall. Hold this for 5 to 10 seconds using the wall to balance, and then step back down to a lunge smoothly and quietly. All right, step 5 is called a wall walk. This drill is to teach you how to roll out of a handstand, which is what you should do if you kick a handstand too hard and you don't have a wall behind you to save you. So start in a squat position near the wall but facing away from it, hands flat on the floor. Put your feet up on the wall one at a time and start walking upwards. As your feet go higher, start walking your hands in towards the wall also until they are only a few inches away, and they should be about shoulder width at this point. Your legs should be about as high up the wall as they can go and should now be straight and together. Double check that your head isn't sticking out. We want it to be neutral and in between your arms. After holding this for maybe 5 to 10 seconds, tuck your head in by looking at your stomach, bend your arms and lower yourself to the ground, and do a forward roll, standing up to your feet smoothly. Okay, step 6 is a freestanding half kick handstand. So no wall anymore to help. But otherwise, it's just like the half kick against the wall in step 3. Start in your lunge and do your half kick in the middle of the room or yard or wherever you're doing this. So you are purposefully not kicking this one hard at first, only about halfway up, hence the name. You should go up in the air for a second or two and then come back down to a lunge smoothly. Make sure your front leg is the one that lands first on the ground, followed by your back leg. Okay, step 7 is the real thing, a freestanding full kick handstand. At this point, I would recommend doing this with something soft behind you where the wall normally would be in case you roll. So just like step 4, start in a lunge, do a half kick but with more power, and make that front leg snap up real fast to join the back leg once those legs are in the air. Once they come together, make sure they're both straight and make sure your head is in between your arms and not sticking out. Keep all your muscles really tight and don't be loose and lazy up there. Ideally, step back down with your front leg first and return smoothly to your lunge rather than crashing down. If you kick too hard, as you feel yourself start to fall, just like the wall walk, tuck your chin, bend your arms, and let yourself down for a roll. For the record, in real gymnastics, you're not allowed usually to walk around in a handstand. That's more just for fun. In order to show control, you have to keep your hands in the same exact spots, way harder than walking around. All right, and that is how you do a handstand. Definitely play around with this one a lot. If you guys like that video, as I mentioned in the beginning, I am making a full online gymnastics course, and that covers girls and boys gymnastics, levels 1, 2, and 3. So basically everything leading up to the really hard, kind of dangerous tricks. And the best part is these are all skills and drills that you can do at home, in the front yard, or in a public park. Because I know a lot of you guys are interested in learning gymnastics, but don't have access to a gym. And the best part is I make sure and structure these in a chronological order, the same way that that I would teach this in real life at a gym. So remember, that's DIY-gymnastics.com. I'll include the link below. So if you're interested, go check that out. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I hope that was fun, and I will see you in the next video.